What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Will back with another video, and today we're gonna be getting into another interesting video topic. Now today is Tuesday, coming off of first of week 6, so I want to get kind of all my week 6 thoughts out, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday we go into the upcoming week against the Colts. I'll probably release my prediction video out maybe tomorrow or Thursday. Actually, I gotta beat the Thursday night game, so it'll be tomorrow. I'll release that video out. But today, I've been noticing a little bit of breadcrumbs, of a little bit of leaks that's been coming out, and I'm just gonna be the first one to say it, and I'm gonna be the first one to break it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Deshaun Watson is going to play versus the Indianapolis Colts. Everything I've been seeing and hearing from team leads, from beat reporters, reading, they're leaving a lot of little breadcrumbs that he threw. What a lot of people don't realize is he threw the ball last week. He was able to make progress in throwing the ball, and he's been making a lot of progress. And we're going to see Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to see if he's practicing limited. That'd be my prediction, that he practiced limited Wednesday, limited Thursday, limited Friday. I think he'll end up practicing, and I think Deshaun Watson will end up playing against the Colts. Now, what does that mean for this Cleveland Browns team? And do we need him to play against the Colts? For one, a lot of people is going to assume we don't need him just because we beat the San Francisco 49ers. But this is any week-to-week league. The Browns can very well lose to the Colts without Deshaun Watson. Can very well lose. On the defense, just fought their butts off in a war with San Francisco. They're probably not going to perform at that same peak high level against the Colts. Now, it's a Jim Schwartz team. Jim Schwartz is a very disciplined guy, so he's going to get his guys up, but that was an emotional victory that they just had over the Colts. So, it's almost like how the Niners. It's almost how the Niners beat the Cowboys and then they came in against the Browns and lost. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense doesn't put up another historic performance. Now, they're not going to be bad against the Colts, but they could just be a regular good defense. They're playing at a historic level. So I still think that I'm not going to say we need Deshaun necessarily, but to assume that we just going to beat the Colts without Deshaun, like it's going to be a walk in the park, would be completely delusional. I mean, that's what the San Francisco 49ers just did with us, and we lost. You never know what happens. Football is a game that's won by inches and milliseconds, and you need your quarterback. So if he can go, I will have him go. I wouldn't sit him another week just because. If he feels like he's ready to go, and he can throw the football the way he throws the football, I'll have him go. Keep in mind, Deshaun Watson is averaging 300 passing yards against the Colts through 3 games. Every game against the Colts, he's had over 300 passing yards. He dominates the Colts. He every game at what's they called? Every game at Indiana, he's thrown for Indianapolis. He's thrown for 300 yards. So I expect Deshaun to have a good game. If you're a gambling man, I would put some money on Mr. Watson if he plays. But I do expect him to play. I think he's going to go out there and play. Playing the Colts is a good get-right game for the offense. And if this offense can start to pick it up and end up being a top 12 offense, this is a very, very, very dangerous football team. If they can start running a ball effectively and Amari Cooper is playing the way he is, we might not even need a second guy to step up in the wide receiving corps, because it's a very, very good football team. It's a lot to look at. It's a lot to look over for. Now, a lot of people might be scared of, teams targeting Deshaun. Like, hey, I know he got a bad shoulder. Let's try to hit him, or this, that, and third. And, they're going to do that regardless. It's okay to be scared of that. Now he had a strain on his rotator cuff, so you don't want him to tear his rotator cuff and then he'll be done for the year. But he already pretty much done set out a couple of games in a row. And guys are going to go after that shoulder regardless, if you think that's the type of way people are thinking. Now, they can try to knock him out the game, but I don't think any NFL player is going to try to injure Deshaun for the year. That's just not how those guys think. That's just not how they wire. I'll be very surprised if somebody try to do that. But they will try to knock him out the game or make it very hard for him to throw or, make him maybe, miss a couple of plays. That's definitely something they will try to do. But you can't be scared of that. That's going to happen regardless. That's going to happen regardless of who you play, regardless of how long he sits. That's going to always be something that they're going to go out and try to consider because they know it's a prior injury history. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, if this offensive line, I didn't really speak on it, but this offensive line had a great game against the 49ers. If this offensive line can play at that level that we're used to them playing and they can start picking it up, then this can be a very, very dangerous Deshaun Watson. A very dangerous Deshaun Watson, because a lot of people have got really, got hating on the guy, but he hasn't had a good offensive line or good protection all year. Even in the Tennessee game, he really didn't, and he killed it that game. So last time we seen Deshaun Watson, he looked like Deshaun Watson. There's no reason for me to expect him needing any type of rust or nothing like that. He's still in football shape. He took a couple weeks off. And I think he'll be fine, man. I really think he'll be fine. I think this is going to be a game where he goes out and he shows the world that he's still that guy that like he showed against Tennessee. Then it's 2 games in a row. Then it's 3. And then we're going to start getting really excited for this Cleveland Browns football team. That's my thoughts on it. I wonder how you guys feel and what you think. Would you guys bring Deshaun back this week if he was 85% healthy? Or would you wait and have him sit out and play Seattle? How would you guys go about that? I think it's better him playing now because Seattle does have a good edge rushers. So Seattle gets after the quarterback for sure. So that's going to be a game that they're going to have to be prepared for. It's in Seattle. They got the 12th man on the field with that crowd. They're going to be rocking and rolling. So we shall see. We shall see. I think he'll be fine, though. I like what I've seen from Jed this week. So as long as Jed and DeJuan Jones are playing at the levels that they're progressing, DeJuan Jones looks like a first-round pick. By the way, Martin Emerson looks like a first-round pick. By the way, for all you guys that give Andrew Berry all that flock and that crap, those 2 guys were drafted in the 3rd and the 4th round. Those are first-round pick caliber players. So that's all I wanted to say. Wanted to bring that to y'all attention. Give Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski his flowers. I'm going to drop a video on this defense and just kind of going over everything that I said in the past and how it's coming down to the light. But you guys comment down below how y'all feel. Would you or would you not start Deshaun Watson? I'm out. Peace.